Maddie, tomorrow is the day of your wedding, right? And your fiancé Aaron is one of the elite, correct? I am so very proud of my little girl and what she's obtained.
Thank you, Mom.
Aaron will be having a lot of guests at that wedding as well, right? I'm sure that all of them will be in elite status as well, all making more than I've ever seen in my life each year. I'm so excited. I kind of gave in due to this occasion and bought myself a very high-end dress. This is my daughter's wedding after all, so I just knew I had to go out and find the most gorgeous-looking dress that would fit me and buy it.
I see. Thank you, Mom. I'm excited to see what kind of dress you've gotten tomorrow, and I'm sure everyone else will be all over you asking about it.
This is it. Have you taken a good look at the picture I sent you? It's really pretty, right? It cost me a lot more than I normally spend on anything. So much, actually, that I might need myself another credit card. Just know that I got this dress for your wedding, so you should feel very happy about that.
Mom, this dress, I see you took a picture of it with the price tag and all being displayed for me to view.
I was just doing that so you could see what brand the dress was. But the fact that this dress just by itself was $1,000, that's pretty expensive, right? I knew that I needed to put that kind of money into my fashion for tomorrow's wedding, since it is your one and only occasion. I'll just have to make sure that I pay that $1,000 off rather soon.
I see. Well, hearing you say that does make me feel happy. Thank you.
See, you're happy, right? If you're that happy over the dress I got, then that means I made the right choice. But here's the thing, Maddie. I am a single woman now ever since your father ran away. So getting that $1,000 and using it to pay off this dress is going to be very difficult for me. I guess it does cost a lot to make your daughter happy.
Mom, could you let me pay that $1,000 for you?
What?
Look, you've done so much for me all my life, like raising me, supporting me, even educating me. I'm thankful for all those things that you've done as my mother. So I would like to pay for your dress.
Maddie, there's a tear rolling down my cheek right now. Your mom. I really raised myself such a wonderful little girl.
You don't have to say anything, Mom. It's only right that I pay for your dress.
Then I'll also have you pay for my heels, my new jewelry, and for me to go to the beauty salon to get all my work done, which will come to around $2,000. I am so happy.
What? $2,000?
That's right. It wasn't just the dress that I went all in for your wedding. There were plenty of other things that I spent a little bit extra on for you. But to hear you saying that you'll be paying for me, I guess it was the right choice after all to spend so much. I am so looking forward to seeing you at your wedding tomorrow.
Wait, but $2,000 is a little bit too...
I am so happy because of what you're doing for me. You are my most beloved daughter, Maddie. You are someone that I can brag to all my friends about, and to those I don't even know. You're so much better than your older sister, Kenzie. By the way, will Kenzie be coming to your wedding as well tomorrow?
Of course she will be. She's my older sister, after all.
Your older sister. Well, to me, she isn't even my daughter, if that goes and tells you anything about my feelings for her. But I suppose this is going to be your grand occasion for everyone to see, so I'll just have to put up with her being around me this time. Maddie, today is the day of the wedding. I can't believe it's come so quickly, and I have to tell you something very quickly here. Yesterday, I'm not sure why I went out and did this after speaking to you, perhaps out of excitement or something, but I bought myself a new dress.
What? You bought yourself another new dress yesterday?
This is going to be my daughter's wedding after all, so I didn't want to have any regrets going into it. Well, thinking about what I could do to keep those regrets at bay, my legs took me right into another dress store. And without even thinking about it, I bought myself a $3,000 dress.
Hold on a minute, Mom. What happened to you being done with all that spending so that you could focus on paying off your cards?
But this is my daughter's one and hopefully only wedding, right? There's no reason for me to be so stingy during this kind of event, right? Or are you trying to tell me something here, Maddie? Are you trying to say that you don't want to see me in my best dress?
I never said that. It's just $3,000? Are you really sure it's okay for you to be spending that kind of money on my wedding when you don't really even have that kind of money available to you? You were already expressing to me yesterday that $1,000 would be tough on you.
I know that something like me having to pay all of that would trouble you. That's why I'm going to take advantage of this moment and ask that you pay off this $3,000 for me as well.
I knew this would happen.
I'm so sorry, Maddie, but you really are my favorite daughter, one that I know I can brag about to anyone I want to. I am so proud of you, Maddie.
However, there's also the $2,000 you told me about yesterday, Mom. I was just planning on giving you $1,000, all right? That's why I said I'd be willing to pay for the dress you told me about yesterday. That $3,000 you're talking about now is a little...
What? What are you trying to say here?
Well, the $1,000 dress I plan on paying for, you're not even going to be wearing now, correct? Do you think you can take it back to the store for me and return it?
What was that?
Huh? What was that?
How do you read that word?
What word?
Return? No, wait. Rehorn? How do you even read that word? What does it even mean, Maddie? That's a word I've never seen before in my life, so perhaps it's some kind of new slang you younger people have come up with.
You've never seen or read the word return before? Are you joking, Mom?
I'm very serious right now. I don't even know what the meaning of that word could be. And well, since I don't know what that word is, or what it even means, I'm not going to be able to go out and do it for you. Anyway, I'm going to need that $5,000.
So you're going to play games with me now, huh? I have never heard of anyone your age who has spoken English all her life not knowing how to read or understand the word return. I am appalled by you now, Mom.
You have always been so intelligent, understanding, even the most bizarre words like that one there. I love you so much for that. Anywho, good luck getting ready for your wedding today, and I'll be seeing you very soon. I'll be asking for that money today as well.
Crap.
Maddie, this has been such an amazing-looking wedding so far.
Kenzie! Thank you so much for coming and saying that. And thank you so much for all the help you gave me while preparing this whole event for everyone.
Don't worry about it. The fact that you've given us all this beautiful wedding day has given me the chance to come out and have some fun again. Also, I'm thinking about the fact that you're really married now. I don't really have any words that can explain the way I feel right now about that. You used to be such a little brat back in the day, and now you're with a man who loves you more than anyone else here.
That's on point, actually. Sometimes I think about that myself. How could a girl as wild as me end up with a man who actually wants to hang on to me for the rest of his life? But listen, Kenzie, you've been like a parent to me all these years, and so seeing you today has made me tear up quite a bit.
I'm not all that important to you, am I? I think you're just being a bit dramatic calling me a parent to you.
What are you talking about? You took the place of our horrible mother who have been so addicted to gambling. You went and did all the chores and cooked for us while she was always out of the house, and you even went as far as paying for my schooling after I got out of high school. It was also because of me that you never went on to college or anything yourself. Kenzie, you really are like my true mother, more than Mom can ever be.
All right. Stop being so dramatic about it. I don't care to think about any of the past now, so please, leave me out of it.
But you should care a little. What happened back then was not fair to you, and I really am so thankful that you stepped in to help me that much.
How about you leave all those emotions for the speech or something then, huh? I just texted you to tell you how much I'm enjoying your wedding today, and that it's been a very lovely event. If you're going to want to talk about more serious things than that, then you're going to have to let me get more alcohol into my system first.
I get that, but Kenzie, I'm worried that after all that's happened with the family and with me, you're still upset and trying not to deal with those feelings.
What? Why would you think something like that of me? I have nothing against anyone now, and am not upset about a single thing. If I was, then I wouldn't be here right now partying with everyone else.
Are you sure? If you're really not holding back anything, then I guess I won't have to talk with you about it anymore.
I am totally fine, Maddie. Congratulations on the marriage. As your older sister, I'm very thankful that I got to see you get married today. And I made sure to give you a pretty decent present today for your wedding. So please, Be happy about that.
You're talking about the 23 cents you left me?
What? What 23 cents are you talking about? That's not at all the amount I left for you.
I'm talking about the envelope you left for me with that cute card inside it. There was just 23 cents and change left in it for me. That's kind of why I got this feeling that you might be very upset with me over something that happened in the past. Had you not given me a gift at all, or maybe just a small amount, like $10, I wouldn't have been all that shocked, but 23 cents? When I saw that amount in there, I sort of thought you were trying to pick on me. Such a small and inconvenient amount.
Hold on. You're telling me in that envelope I gave to you, there was my card that I wrote and 23 cents in change? That's it? Wait, and you already went and opened your gift from me?
I only went and opened your gift, Kenzie. As I was gathering everything off the table, I came across the envelope you left, and as I picked it up, it felt a little off, with all the coins jangling around inside. That kind of piqued my interest into what exactly you gave me, and so...
So, that's why you went and opened it. I'm not upset about that or anything. Well, I'm not sure how to say this to you without sounding a little bit pretentious. There should have been $1,000 in that envelope for you, Maddie. That's how much I put in there this morning at least.
What?
And I don't ever remember putting any change in there. You're telling me there was 23 cents in that envelope when you opened it?
Yes.
There's no way I would have mistakenly put that in there without knowing it. Maddie, I think there might have been someone who stole the $1,000 I put in there.
Of course someone's gone and stolen it. But how are we supposed to find out who it was? All of my gifts were left on the table at the front of the building by the front desk. And from what the staff told me, things like money and whatnot should have all been handed to me directly.
Maddie, we already know who it is. There's only one person it could possibly be. When I went to drop off my card to at the desk, there was another woman there with me, someone I haven't wanted to see in ages.
What? Don't tell me.
So you're suspecting me of doing it now? How could you even think that about your own mom, Maddie? I'm sure it was just Kenzie being a dunce and losing the money as she walked in, right? And I think she's lying to you about something like $1,000, all right? That girl would never have that kind of money just laying around for you.
So even now, you are still against Kenzie and anything that has to do with her? Why do you hate her so much, Mom?
I never said anything about hating her, right? But I will say that I can't trust a girl like her. Also, isn't it her that hates me instead? I was the one that raised her and everything, as my first child even, yet she never once listened to me, instead choosing to constantly talk back whenever I asked her to do anything.
Anyway, you have no idea what happened, right?
That's right. I have no clue about anything you were talking about, and you are really going to suspect me of doing something like that? Give that up. You and I are family, and I would never do anything like that to my own daughter of all people.
Well, as of right now, things like being family and such have nothing to do with this. For the time being, I'll need to do a bit more research into what's happened.
All right. I really hope you can find out who did it. Hey, Maddie. What the hell was that speech all about today? I never ever stole anything out of that envelope Kenzie left for you today. You've got the wrong person here.
Mom, how about you give it up now? We have all the evidence we need that points to you doing it. The camera behind the front desk was even able to pick you up clear as day taking that money.
Well, of course it would take footage of me looking. I happen to be the mother of the bride, after all. It's my job to go and have a look at all the gifts and money people leave for you, to make sure it's all okay. I have the right to do something like that.
Mom, the footage literally shows you pulling money out of that envelope and placing it into your purse. From the way you were acting, it seemed as though you were aware of the camera, but you grew complacent when you saw the money, and the camera got that brief shot we needed.
What? There's no way.
If you're not going to confess to what you've done today, how about I put it on the projector for everyone here to see? It can be like a little courtroom here, and we can see what the jury, all my guests, think. How does that sound? Then we'll get the opinions of everyone here today. I don't mind pausing all the fun here at my wedding to do something like that. So what's it going to be, Mom?
Wait. You don't have to take things that far.
So that means you'll confess to the crime, right? The crime of stealing my money from that envelope today?
But that girl! She would never spare me a single penny even, yet she's willing to give you $1,000 on your wedding day. That's completely screwed up. I was the one that raised her into the woman she is today.
So that's how you really feel then? You think that just because you raised her, she should be required to give you money? So that's why you went and took that money from me.
I don't think that same way about you though, Maddie. You are my little girl after all. But Kenzie? She's not my real daughter. Her and I aren't even related by blood. However, out of the kindness of my heart, I still raised her, and she should have been thankful for all of that.
I can see there are plenty of things you want to say, and there are plenty of things I'd like to say now as well. But let's start with this. You never once raised Kenzie like you always seem to claim, Mom.
What?
And to help you understand things a whole lot better now between you and I, you are no longer like a mother to me.
What are you going on about right now? Listen to this, Maddie. That Kenzie was brought into this family by her father, and after all I had done for him, he ran off into the night, never to come back, leaving the rest of us behind. I had no reason to raise her after her real father, my husband, had left me.
How dare you say that? After Dad had run away and left the rest of us, it was Kenzie that stepped in to take care of us. She had to end up leaving high school and everything in order to start working different part-time jobs so that we'd have some money flowing into the house again.
She was the one who decided to do all of that herself.
She had to because of all the pressure you were placing on her every single day. From morning until night, you would tell her that it was her father's fault that our family was broken and her father's fault that we could never be happy again. She was just a junior in high school at the time, yet you were telling her to take responsibility for what her father had done and told her to work.
Well, that's what had to happen. And I wasn't wrong about what happened, right? It's because of her father that the family fell apart and couldn't be happy anymore. So her being his daughter meant that she had to take full responsibility.
Why? The one who was to blame for everything was the man who ran off at night and never came back. And do you want to know who is next in line to be blamed? His wife. Your mom. Because you never opened your heart or mind to anyone besides yourself and I, and that left her with no parents at all. She was just in high school and had no control over anything, yet you drilled the idea of being to blame into her mind and made her give up the future that she wanted.
What? You're always going on about this and that. I had to end up losing my husband so early on. And after that, I had to spend 10 years all by myself raising you into the woman you are today, without ever getting remarried or anything.
And I am thankful for what you've done. That's why I never ended up cutting ties to you after graduating high school and even invited you out to my wedding. Honestly, I didn't really want you coming today, but I knew that I had a responsibility of inviting you to my wedding. I still appreciate you raising me with what little you had.
Well then, show me some of that appreciation in your speech. What the hell was that speech about? Why am I being made to look like the bad guy here?
Because you went and stole $1,000 from that envelope Kenzie gave me, so of course you're the bad guy.
But the gift was from my daughter and was meant for this family, so I wasn't stealing anything from you.
You were just going on about how she's not your daughter and isn't even related to you by blood, yet now you're going to say she's family again? Why? Because you need her to be your family, only because you did something wrong and don't want to be blamed for it?
Well, but if she is a part of this family, then I've really done nothing wrong. I was just taking some money that was given to this family, by this family. So why are you going all crazy over it?
Mom, we all know what you've done. This isn't just about the envelope of money she gave me. This is about all of the envelopes and cards that were given to my husband and I today that you picked through and stole the money from.
What?
I never said anything about us seeing footage of the rest of that going on, but Mom, we saw everything and it's over. There was another camera in that front room and it was looking at you from your right side. And that camera caught everything. It's so clear that we can even tell what cards and envelopes came from who that you're picking through.
No. Wait. I wasn't going through all the rest of those with the intent of stealing. I know. I was having a small look into each one of them just to make sure everything was in the...
I said that the video is as clear as day showing you stealing money out of them, yet you're still trying to make up excuses. Mom, frickin' confess. There's nothing left for you to do now, nothing left you can do.
But I had no other choice, all right? I am in real need of money right now, okay? I have been gambling so much that I've started to have to borrow money to play more. I had to raise you and Kenzie all by myself for so long now, and that's required me to find some way to get a breath of fresh air.
You're telling me back in the day when I was still in middle school and Kenzie was out working part-time jobs instead of going to school, you were stealing all of her money in order to get a breath of fresh air? How come you even needed a breath of fresh air when you weren't even bothering to help us out at all?
You have no idea how tough things have been for me. All the crap that I've gone through. Maddie, I bet that all of this is what Kenzie is wanting you to say to me, right?
Wanting me to say what? What are you talking about? Do you think that I'm acting this way because of her right now? Mom, the reason I'm so upset with you right now and am no longer willing to put up with your BS is because you went and stole money from those envelopes and cards.
Stop making such a stupid argument. That's Kenzie. She is always causing all kinds of trouble for me.
Hey, stop it with the hate already, Mom. I am tired of you blaming her and hating on her for everything. She has done nothing wrong. She was not the one sticking her hands into those envelopes and cards and pocketing all the money that was in them.
Kenzie, are you really going to keep this up, acting like you have no respect for me at all? You went and used my own daughter against me and have her acting out against me now, calling me a criminal and a bad guy. All of this just so that you can continue to show your hate towards me.
Didn't you cut ties to me back in the day?
Yes, I sure did. But you came out here to Maddie's wedding today and are trying to pick a fight with me. So I'll join you in the ring if that's what you want.
I didn't come here looking for a fight, though. I came here today to celebrate my cute little sister's wedding and to hand her the money I brought as a gift for her. And after all that was said and done, I was going to head back home and not ever talk to you.
Your cute little sister. She's not even related to you by blood.
Does it really matter that much if families related to one another by blood?
Well, of course it is. That is the whole meaning behind a family. And all you are is the bastard child of a man who left his family behind and ran off in the middle of the night. Maddie is my child and my only child. She is the only family to me and nobody else. So you will not lay another finger on her, you hear me?
So now you're treating her as an object?
I was the one that gave birth to her, so I can treat her however I'd like to. You have nothing to do with either of us, so shut the hell up and go away. You are a bastard child that came from two crappy parents.
And who was it again that relied on that bastard child to survive? If I hadn't left high school and given up on my dream of going to college to start working all day long, there would have been no way for you to pay the rent, and you would have never had the money to go out and play slots all day long. I was doing all of that with the hopes of keeping the family together, and perhaps even getting a thank you or something in return for all my work.
Ha! Why are you trying to act all high and mighty like you sacrificed everything for the family? Those are all lies, you idiot.
You think I'm lying? Then tell me what you think. Show me how I'm lying right now about the money I made for the house by working all day long at the age of 16, being what supported you and Maddie.
If that's what you're going to say to me, then I'll say the same thing right back. Show me how you working and making money was the only thing that kept me alive. Give me the rundown right now of how all that work and everything you did was what kept me on my feet.
All right. I have records of all the money that you stole from me.
What?
In your place, I ran the house's account book since you were always out gambling, which made it pretty dang easy for me to keep track of all the money you would steal from my bank account. I can show you them right now if you'd like. Do you want to see the evidence of you having to rely on me to survive?
Well, that's not going to make for any evidence. You keep going on about me stealing from you, but we all lived in the same house, so that money you brought in was for everyone to use. And even without your money, I was able to live my life just the way I wanted to.
Is that right? Well, if that's the case, then give me back all that money.
What?
You just told me that even without my money, you were able to live the life you wanted, right? If that's really how things were, then give me back all the money you took. You should be able to give it all back to me, right? You said you had enough money without me to support yourself, which means you didn't need to take my money after all.
Wait. About that, actually.
You can't, can you? That's because you never worked at all, and even now Maddie and I can see you have no money. Hey, do you have any idea just how sad and disgusting you've made yourself look right now? I'm even embarrassed by how miserable of a wreck you are.
Shut the hell up. It's that right there about you that's always made me hate you. You were such an idiotic little brat, and yet you always acted like you were better than me, and still are.
Just like the good old days. Once you fell back into a corner and have nothing left to say that's constructive, you resort to verbal abuse thinking that will set you free. I've always hated that about you.
Shut up. You're a bastard child born from two toxic people. I'm telling you right now, you are never going to become happy if all you do is talk back to people like that.
I don't care about that.
What?
And I really don't give a crap about what you have to say to me either. However, no matter how much you try and talk trash about me, I need to stick around in order to take care of Maddie. Even if you've lost all your humanity and love to live the life of a heartless gambling criminal, I will not let the same happen to my little sister.
What kind of crap is this now?
My dad might have been a pile of trash, but the same goes for Maddie's mom. And even though I was able to break free from my dad and you, Maddie could not do the same because she has too big of a heart. That's why back when I should have been in high school getting ready for college, I had to leave and defend my little sister from monsters like you. And the idea has not changed for me. Even if I'm never to become happy because of the way I chose to act, at least I know my efforts are contributing to Maddie's happiness. And that's all I need.
What? Why are you going so far for? So far for Maddie?
Even though her and I aren't related by blood, to me she is still the most important piece of family I've ever had. Shouldn't it be natural to want to protect your family?
Hey, please, don't abandon me like this, Maddie. I've learned my lesson now, all right? I know what I've done now is wrong, okay? Please, forgive me now.
What lesson have you learned? You were coming right up behind Kenzie with the intent of stabbing her with that cake knife. Thank God security was there to grab you and get that knife out of your hands. I can't imagine what would have happened had they not seen you then.
I just became so enraged over what was going on, and I lost control over my own body. I promised to give you back all the money I stole from you. So please, just forgive me and let this all go. There is nothing left for me if you throw me away now. So please.
I understand that by not throwing you away, you're going to ask for me to start paying off all your debts because you have no means of doing so yourself, right? You'll probably start asking for my successful husband to step in and help you pay things off.
I can ask for things like that because I was the one that raised you, right? I was all by myself doing so. It was all so hard for me. How about you repay all of that time and energy I put into you?
I'm sure all of that was hard on you. So please don't think that I don't appreciate you raising me with what little you had. But Mom, I have done so much for you these past few years and even planned on paying for that dress you bought the other day for $1,000. However, a lot of that money you've put into gambling and pretty much lost it all to the point that you started to borrow money from others so that you could gamble even more. I think you being in financial peril right now is what you deserve after never learning any of the lesson I tried to teach you.
Why, Maddie, I did my very best to raise you. You have no freaking idea how hard all of that was for me and what I had to sacrifice.
Then that must mean as a high schooler who had to drop out and get 3 part-time jobs working somewhere around 80 to 90 hours a week in order to support a middle schooler and an adult, things were a lot more difficult for Kenzie, right?
What?
And to make things worse for her, many of the nights she'd come home from working, you wouldn't even be home because you were still out gambling with the money she earned for us. Did you ever once think about what she had to go through? Kenzie?
Wait, that was...
I think of Kenzie as my mother, my true mother. And that means for all of her hard work, I'd like to repay her. That way, she will know just how thankful I am for everything she's done. So I'm sorry, Mom.
What? Hold on a second. Please. I get it now. I promise to make up with Kenzie so that we can all be a family again. So please, Maddie.
That's not what she wants, though. I'm sure you want to make up with her now since your life depends on it, but to her, she doesn't want anything to do with you and would hate having you in her life again.
I'm so sorry. I promise to change my ways from now on, okay?
What? Change your... What's that? How do you read something like that? I'm sorry, but I've never seen or heard of that phrase before, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Today was a really tough day for everyone, I think. Your mom went and stole all that money from you and then tried to stab me in the back, literally. But I still have to congratulate you on your marriage. I am so happy to see you with the man of your dreams.
Kenzie, I am so thankful for everything you've done for me for the past 10 years.
What are you talking about? I don't ever remember really doing anything for you. You just happened to be a 6th grader at the time, and I was a high schooler that was forced to leave school and work all the time.
But, Kenzie, to me, you're like the mother that raised me. No, you are the mother that raised me, and I really appreciate what you did for me so much. That's why, from now on, I'd like to do some things in return for you.
You don't have to do anything, all right? I don't like all of this dramatic stuff anyway. You know that. Didn't you already say everything you felt about me today in your speech? That was more than enough to make me happy. Although, all those words about how grateful you are for me really did make my face go bright red with embarrassment.
I saw you over there shedding some tears during the speech.
Huh? I was not shedding any tears, you jerk. It was a little boring, and I had to yawn a few times.
Huh? Yawning, you say?
Maddie, you like to think of me as your mother and the one who raised you, right? Then stop teasing your mother like that.
All right, Mom. And Kenzie, thank you so very much for today. After that, we had the whole after party and dance and whatnot that comes with a wedding. But my sister and I stayed at the wedding venue all night long drinking and talking about all sorts of things. She's always been a bit antsy when it comes to things like her feelings and past, but after I got her a little bit more tipsy, I was able to dig around a bit and learn all kinds of things from her. And let me just say, having the chance to do something like that with her, being able to have some really deep talks about our lives and how we felt, has only made our bond with one another stronger. I know that she never likes me to talk about this, but I really love the fact that she is so cold on the outside, but so loving and protective on the inside. As for what happened with my real mom, let's just say I'll never be seeing her again. After she had tried to stab Kenzie, the security team called the police and held her in the storage closet until they showed up. Once the officers came inside, they took her away in their cop car, while one officer stayed behind to start checking up with some of the guests and myself about what happened. I was able to get that money she took from those envelopes all back, and both Kenzie and I will now be able to get restraining orders placed on her. We were also told that there would be a court hearing that we could go to where we could speak against her if we wanted to, while the judge thought about her punishment. For the time leading up to that hearing, I made sure to block my mom's number since this was the end of her being a part of my life. Once my sister and I got to the hearing, we got to both testify against my mom, as well as talk about all the things she'd done to us in the past and her gambling addiction. There was also the owner of the wedding venue who showed up to talk about the amount of money she would owe for all the things she damaged at the venue in her rage. At the end of the hearing, the judge ruled that she would be charged with attempted murder, which would place her behind bars for 3 years at the very least. She would also have the charges of theft and vandalism thrown on as well, considering she did attempt to steal my money and destroyed a lot of things at the wedding venue. She'll also have to pay 2 settlements, one being for all the things she destroyed, and the other one to my husband's family for causing a disturbance at the wedding. This would come to around $35,000 and would have to be paid off in the next year using whatever properties she had, those being her brand apparel, her car, her house, and so much more. I'm not sure how she's going to manage all of that debt on top of the debt she was already in, but let's just say that in a few years when she's released from prison, she's going to have to start from square one. These days, I'm living in a very large house with my husband, who is spoiling me with all kinds of luxuries whenever he has the time off work. But I've made sure not to leave my job or anything, as I still want to save up some money for myself in order to pay back my sister for all she's done someday. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hi. Congratulations. I know I shouldn't bother you on your wedding day, but can I please have a minute with you? We need to talk.
Katie, what do you want? You really shouldn't be talking to me. Read the room. We're still busy with the preparations for the wedding.
I know, I figured you were. And I'm so sorry to bother you, but this is urgent. First off, I wanted to let you know that we arrived at the wedding venue. The problem is our seats are nowhere to be found. We've looked everywhere for them. I heard you were in charge of the wedding plan, so I just wanted to ask you where we should sit. Do you know what happened to them?
Oh, really? There's no seats for you two. How unfortunate. We made sure that we invited every family member, though, so that's really strange.
I agree. Everyone here has their own seat but us. I guess we should ask one of the wedding coordinators for help then. Thanks, Martha.
The wedding coordinators won't be able to help you, Katie. Sorry, I just remembered. I didn't invite you guys to the wedding in the first place.
Huh? What do you mean? My mom and I came here thinking we were invited.
As I said to you before, we only invited family members to our wedding. That's why you were never invited.
Yes, I heard you correctly. You only invited family. Could you explain further, please, Martha? This doesn't explain why we weren't invited.
Oh my gosh, you're not getting it. I don't consider you two to be a part of our family, dummy. That's why.
Wait, what? Why? I'm the groom's younger sister, and our mom is here too.
Why? That doesn't matter. You people live off Nathan's money like parasites. Why do you think I would call you family? I'd never.
Huh? What are you saying, Martha? My mom and I don't leech off Nathan's money at all. You must be misunderstanding something.
Never. You really have the nerve to speak back at me? Don't deny what you're doing. It's obvious. Nathan's the CEO of his own company, and he's extremely successful. That's the only reason you guys are able to get by, isn't it? You're living a life full of comfort because he's providing everything for you too. Unlike you parasites, I have to support Nathaniel as much as I can when we get married. I need to fulfill my duty as his wife. That's why my first step in being his wife is to get rid of you completely. I need to eliminate you to have the best marriage I can with him.
This is a huge misunderstanding. You're wrong. My mom and I work diligently. We have our own jobs and a steady income. We're successful enough that Nathan doesn't provide a penny to us. Of course he could, but he doesn't have to. On top of that, my mother has worked so hard to raise my brother and I by herself. She became a single mother after our dad passed away. I couldn't care less what you say about me, but don't you dare talk about my mother like that. You better stop slandering her.
Thanks for reminding me. Her being a single mother is another reason to not invite you to the wedding.
What do you mean by that? What's wrong with being a single mother? She worked so hard for her children.
A bottom feeder like you wouldn't realize it, but take a look at the countless renowned business executives attending our wedding today. To have a single mother and her child who look like two needy beggars at a wedding like this? It's an absolute disgrace to the other guest. As soon as you two are here, the dignity of this ceremony is gone. You're single-handedly turning it into a low-level wedding.
If you're calling my mom and I needy beggars, then by your standards, Nathan should be one too. So why are you marrying him and berating us? We were born and raised in the same environment, by the same single mother. What's the difference between him and us? You're not making any sense.
I make perfect sense, Katie. Don't disregard my logic. He was raised in the same environment as you are, and that just shows how successful he is. It means he escaped from his disadvantaged family and environment to build his own company and become CEO. He's much more civilized than you two are.
Martha, the things you just said are awful. Don't you know, both my brother and I are proud to be raised by the hand of our mother. We love her and look up to her the most. Don't make illogical assumptions according to your measure, because you don't know anything about our family.
Uh-oh. Do you really think you can speak to me like that? Have you forgotten how much of a low level you are? You know, I was about to get your seats for the wedding prepared in an instant. I guess I won't be doing that anymore now that you're acting out of line.
Stop with the lies already. Your behavior is so much worse. It's beyond impolite of you to not have our seats prepared in the first place. We're Nathan's family.
Fine. Okay. Could you quit yapping already and just leave our wedding venue immediately? That's in order. You're such a nuisance. You two don't belong at a high-level wedding ceremony like ours. Pick up your feet and get on out of here.
No way you're doing this. My mom has been so excited for her son's wedding. Do you know how long she's waited for this? She can't wait for it to begin, and yet you have the nerve to kick us out?
It doesn't matter. I couldn't care less about your mother's feelings. You don't belong here. You never have. A single mother and her child are nothing but poor beggars. You leeches. Get out of my wedding.
I can't believe this is actually happening. I didn't know you were like this at all, Martha.
Katie, are you at the wedding venue yet? Just wanted to check in on you. I peeked around the venue from backstage, and I don't think I saw you guys yet.
Oh, Nathan, hi. Don't worry. We're at the venue already. It's just that...
You're here? Great! Were you able to find your seats yet? They're supposed to have your name on it. Just sit and wait until the ceremony begins, okay? Martha's in the back acting all hectic. I guess she's still preparing things for the wedding. Wow, it's been so long since we planned this wedding. Can't believe it's going to start soon. Things are so chaotic over here, though. I hope things start on schedule.
I see. Take it easy, okay, Nathan? I also understand that you're in a rush, but...
We are. I'm exhausted. But I'm so glad that we were able to make this day happen. I didn't expect this wedding to be so extravagant. That must be what's causing all this fuss. I don't think we need it to be this big of an event, though. As long as you and Mom are watching me, I don't care how luxurious the wedding is. What matters to me the most is you two, okay?
Do you really mean that, Nathan?
Of course I do. I mean, I was such a burden to you two in the past, but you've continued to support me.
Why are you saying you burdened me? I get it if you're saying you were a burden to Mom, but why the both of us?
Well, I was originally supposed to help Mom with her work. But instead, I was too stubborn and decided to try establishing my own business. I think that decision was pretty selfish. In the end, you had no choice but to help Mom with her work. And that's why I was a burden to you too, Katie.
You don't have to worry about that at all, Nathan. I was always saying that I wanted to help Mom with her job, even before you decided to try establishing your own company.
Well, yeah, I guess you were. I remember that. But as the older brother, I was supposed to step up and help you guys out. Instead, I was the one always causing you trouble. I know I'm repeating myself, but it was selfish of me to choose my company over helping Mom out.
I don't think it's selfish at all, Nathan. Your business turned out fine and Mom got help from me. We both were able to accomplish our goals.
Katie, that means a lot to me. Thanks for always being there for me. Now that I'm already married, I promise to keep my family at the top of my priorities. I'll talk about my commitment to you guys during the wedding speech, so I want you two to listen to it.
Thank you, Nathan. I can't wait to hear it, but we might not be able to listen to your speech entirely.
Huh? Are you guys in trouble? Didn't you say you were at the venue?
Yeah, we're at the wedding venue, but there aren't any seats for us here.
What? Why not?
Did Martha not tell you?
No, she didn't. Martha's in charge of all the wedding preparation, and she's been busy ever since. So I haven't spoken to her in a while. I'm going to talk to wedding coordinators as soon as possible. Wait until I get your seats, okay?
No, there's no need to do that. The coordinators can't change anything.
Huh? Why not?
This isn't their fault. This was no mistake in the first place. It's all something that Martha orchestrated. She never invited us to the wedding. Plus, she wants us out of here.
What? Why would she do something like that?
I know, it's confusing for you right now, so I'll explain it to you in detail, okay? Martha, are you really sure that we can't attend the wedding? I mean, can't you change your mind about this? My mom is asking you to think it over.
You parasites really don't know when to stop. You're so annoying. Tell your mom that uninvited guests aren't allowed to stay any longer. I'm not changing my mind about this. When I said you can't attend, you can't attend. How can I make my message more clear for you? Hurry up and get out of our wedding venue. Do what I say, you filthy peasants. Make sure to hide your faces when you walk out. If the business leads even get one glance of you guys, Nathan's reputation will be ruined. You're putting his image in danger.
I really don't think that would happen. Aren't you exaggerating a little?
Sure. I'm not. I have every reason to be worried about this. I don't think you would know, but for the super wealthy, their public image is very important.
I won't deny that's true, but that's an overstatement. I think you're overreacting a little. Why are you going out of your way to kick us out? Wouldn't things go more smoothly if you just handed us some seats? Now that I think about it, if you don't like single parents that much, why would you marry Nathan in the first place? It doesn't add up.
Isn't it obvious? It does add up. It's because he's a CEO. He's filthy rich. I can't wait to be the wife of a business elite.
That's all? You didn't marry him for any other qualities that he has?
Of course I didn't. There isn't anything else about him that I like or care about. What did you want me to fall in love with his personality? Don't make me laugh. The only strong point that Nathan has is his wealth. He doesn't have much else, does he? I mean, I wouldn't even glance at him if it weren't for his status. That's why I was kind enough to marry him, even though he's the child of a single mother. I'm doing charity work here. That's why, to repay me for my kindness, Nathan has to make better money and be more successful. It's only fair.
You're saying that you only married Nathan for his money? You manipulated him. Nathan genuinely loves you, and he doesn't deserve to be treated like this.
Fair. Of course. And to keep all his money to myself, I need to get rid of you two first. You're a burden to me. You and your peasant mother. Hands off his money.
I'll say this as many times as I need to, until you understand what I've been repeating to you all this time. My mom and I don't care how much Nathan makes or what his status is, as long as he's making a living. We love him for who he is, and we don't hog his money.
Me? How could I ever believe the words that just came out of your mouth? Let me guess. You two are probably working part-time jobs. I bet you're living from paycheck to paycheck and barely getting on with what you have. Am I wrong? Poor, lazy people like you are eventually going to need to cozy up with someone to leech off their cash. In your case, it's going to be Nathan. Before the inevitable happens, I'm going to exterminate both of you. And this wedding is already off to a great start.
I thought you really loved my brother, Martha. I believed you. But it turns out you were tricking us all along. You better apologize to Nathan, you manipulator.
Oh, shut up. Your standards are too high. Do you really think it's possible to love someone for something other than their money and status?
Every person doesn't think like you, Martha. I'm starting to see your true colors, and they're looking pretty ugly. You're an awful person.
Oh, cut it out already. You're wasting my precious time. Quit stalling around and get out.
Fine, my mom and I are going home now. If something bad happens to you, just know it's all your fault. I know karma's going to hit you soon. When it does, don't come running for help.
Katie, are you heading home now like I told you?
Yes, we are. Don't mind us. We're already far from the wedding venue.
You are? Well done. I need to talk to you about something.
That's fine. We were just walking, but we're in the taxi right now. Didn't you say you were busy, though? I thought you were angry that I was wasting your time.
Yes, I'm pretty busy, but this is more important, okay? I've been wanting to talk to you about it ever since Nathan and I got engaged. It's really important for you to understand. Your mom is also involved in this, so make sure to tell her about it when we're finished.
What is it, Martha? What's so important?
Now that Nathan and I are married, you have to promise me that your mom will never come near us. Forever. Don't even think about getting involved.
Do you think Nathan's going to be okay with that? You're telling him to never interact with his mom and sister again. It sounds like a huge ask.
I know he'll be fine with it. I haven't mentioned it to him yet, but I'm very confident. I wanted to tell you this now because I didn't want to argue about our deal later on. Once Nathan agrees with this, you have to stay away from us and our money, okay? I know you and your greedy mother are going to try and take it.
If Nathan really wants this and agrees with the deal, then I'll do what you say. But if Nathan doesn't want this, I'm going to ignore it, because then I'll know that it's just another one of your unsolicited and selfish opinions. I don't need a stranger to interfere with our family matters. We've got it handled by ourselves.
I see. It's all right if you ignore it for now, but Nathan will obey me. My opinion becomes his opinion. He always does what I say.
That's not true at all. Don't talk about my brother like he's some kind of puppet to you.
That's because he is. Oh, speaking of which, we're also going to cut ties with you. I'll say this again. Make sure to not reach out to us and get involved ever in your lifetime.
do to our wedding? What happened? Hi, Martha. What's up? Did the wedding ceremony not start yet? It's scheduled to start now, but there's no way it can begin if it stays like this. That's a shame, Martha. You were working so hard on the preparations. Did something happen? Yes, something happened. Don't act stupid. All of the important guests are gone. The venue used to be full of elite business executives, but now there's zero. There's only a handful of guests here. I know you were behind this, Katie. I asked around and heard that they left after you said something to them. Oh, right. I talked to everyone before we left. If we're not attending the wedding, we figured the rest of the groom's family would be quite confused. It's my brother's wedding, after all. So I politely explained to them that the reason we couldn't attend anymore. I told them everything, Martha. That doesn't explain why all the elites left. How do you know all those successful business executives? How were you related to them? Those business executives were attending the wedding because they knew my mom was going to be there. They came for her. Huh? Why would she be so important to them? How are two bottom feeders like you in touch with executives like them? Well, that's where you got it all wrong, Martha. My mom is the owner of her company. She's in charge of the entire business. What? She can't be! You're lying, right? It's all true. I'm not lying at all here. I'll explain everything for you to understand. After my dad died, my mom took over his company. On top of that, she managed to improve the business performance by a significant amount. She was a change for the better. While she ran a successful business, she also made sure to take care of us and love us. It's why we respect her so much. I've never heard of that story. Nathan's never told me. You're not fooling me with your fairy tales. Are you calling me a liar? Of course I am. There's no way I can believe such a frivolous story. If that's the case, then why are all the guests gone? You saw it for yourself, right? It just proves how much of an important figure she is. She's the most respected person in her company. Okay, I believe you, but do you really think doing something like this is morally justifiable? It's not okay. What do you mean? What do you think I did wrong here? Because of you guys, the wedding that we've been planning for over a year is done for. The guests have disappeared. What's a wedding without them? That's not our fault. It's yours, Martha. It's crazy how you can't see that you're the one who destroyed this wedding ceremony. No, quit blaming me. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. Aren't you the one who kicked us out of the wedding for things so unjustifiable? You berated and assumed we were poor, greedy beggars. We told the guests about what you said to us. All your illogical reasons to kick my mom and I out of this wedding. Can't you realize that you're the real reason this wedding is over? All because you think you have the right to rule over us and be a control freak. No, that's not true at all. You and your mom provoked me to do this. Plus, I have the right to kick you out because I'm the bride today. We didn't provoke you. You're scared we'll lay hands on Nathan's money, but we aren't. So you're in the wrong to blame for us for what happened today. If you have the time to be irresponsible and berate us again, then why don't you continue on with the wedding? It took a while to plan after all, didn't it? You can't be serious. If you want the wedding to start, then call back those guests and have them attend the ceremony again. That's the only way this will go on. I'm not doing that. The wedding is irrelevant to us now. You kicked us out, remember? We're not a part of it anymore. Besides, the guests left at their own will. We didn't force them to leave, and we're obviously not going to force them to come back. You should be thankful they showed up in the first place. Now, why don't you continue your wedding with the few guests you have left? Quit joking around with me, Katie. I can't believe what you've done. It's awful. Don't you think Nathan's going to be shocked at this? He's going to be heartbroken. Nathan was just as excited as me for this wedding to happen. I already told you. The guests chose to leave the wedding at their own will. I'll find him and tell him all the wretched things you've done. What are you going to tell them? The truth! I'll tell them that you ruined the wedding with your stupid antics. That's not the truth. I know without a doubt that Nathan wouldn't believe that. Oh, just wait until you see what happens. That man believes every word that comes out of my mouth. He completely trusts me and never questions what I say. When he hears about this, he'll be determined to cut ties with you and your mom. Prepare to part your ways with him. I don't think that would happen either. He values us much more than you think. In the end, what you do is up to you. So, do whatever you want. Oh, Katie, you're going to regret this. I'm going to tell him right now. Nathan, oh my gosh, you've got to help me. There's been a problem. All the guests have left the venue and gone home. Our wedding ceremony barely has any guests anymore. I don't think we can go on with the wedding like this.
What? Martha, are you okay? Why would that happen?
That's exactly what I was wondering. So I asked around, and it turns out that your mom and Katie have been slandering me. They spread malicious lies about me. So many that the guests on your side of the family became disappointed with me and left. They thought I was a good person before, but now they think I'm evil. For no reason. Just all lies.
Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Do you know why Mom and Katie would say that to the guest?
Well, yeah. You see, I never told you this before, but your mom and Katie have always been mistreating me. They're my bullies.
Oh my gosh. Were they really doing that to you?
They really were. It's the truth. They've both always put me down and insulted me when you weren't around. I'm glad I finally have the courage to tell you.
Thanks for telling me, but why would they do that? Mom was a lady that you and I were getting married.
Yeah, it only seems like she is. She only acts like that to your face, Nathan. She wants you on her side, but not me. She's lying to you. Behind your back, she's always trying to prevent us from getting married. I mean, she's abusive to me, so I get discouraged to marry into your family.
I'm sorry. This is all so hard to believe my mom could ever do something like that. I need you to elaborate. Can you think of any reason why this could happen?
Nathan, I know you don't want to believe it, but this is the truth. I'll explain why it's all happening, okay? This is difficult to say to you, but your mom's company is in debt right now. It's at risk of going bankrupt at any time. The debt is really heavy. The only option she has right now is to try to ask for your company's money. You have to be cautious with her, Nathan. When I discovered what she was trying to do, I tried to stop her. I didn't want her to hurt you. But now that's backfired. She wants to get me out of her way.
Martha, be honest with me. Are you sure this is really going on?
Hey. Of course it is. I'm your wife, Nathan. You have to believe me.
Sorry, but it's impossible to believe you.
What? Why? Why can't you believe me just this once?
I never told you, but my company is a subsidiary of my mom's company. At first, I was the CEO.
What? A subsidiary company? You're kidding, right?
CEO of my startup company, but I didn't have what it takes to continue running it. My liabilities just kept growing to the point where things were looking pretty grim. My mom realized what was going on and acted quickly. She turned my company into her subsidiary. By doing that, she took responsibility for all my company's liabilities. For that reason, I know my mom wouldn't want my company's money. She already sacrificed so much for me, so it wouldn't make any sense at all.
I can't believe this.
Besides, I already know that you were the one who kicked my mom and Katie out of the wedding. My sister told me everything you've done to them.
You've already spoken to her? So you were pretending like you didn't know all along?
I wanted to know if you would actually lie to me. And you did. Wow, I can't imagine the other lies you've told me in the past. I can't trust you anymore. Listen, Martha. Katie and my mom are my precious family. They've been my favorite people for decades. I love them, and I'll never forgive you for disrespecting them.
Oh, Nathan, just wait a second. Please don't get so mad at me. I'm your wife. Right now we have to think about how to go on with our wedding. There's only a few guests out there, but we can still make it happen.
Shut up, Martha. I can't believe you would still want to continue with our wedding. I just never want to hear you speak again. You've betrayed me and hurt my family. Don't you ever contact me again.
Oh no, what do I do now? I can't contact Nathan anymore. Did he block me? My text messages aren't going through.
I'm not surprised he'd do that to you, Martha. Look at what you've done. I told you, there's no way Nathan would have believed your lies or forgiven you for them. You're looking down on Nathan. You're underestimating him and who he really is. He's not nearly as naive as you think he is.
It's okay, he'll come around eventually. He'll never want to let me go, so I guess we can cancel the wedding for now. It's getting late anyway. I'll tell the remaining guests that too. My side of the family is still sitting and waiting for the wedding to begin.
I agree. I think that's the right thing to do. I know you must have put so much into your wedding, but we can't turn back time.
You don't have to comfort me, Katie. I'm starting to not care about the wedding anymore. I started thinking about what's most important to me, and even without a wedding, the fact that I'm the wife of a CEO doesn't change. Why should I even complain about anything? I'm every bride's dream right now. I've already won in life.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I almost forgot to tell you about that little dream of yours, too.
You still have more to say to me? Great. What is it? Hurry up and tell me. I have some guests to tend to. I'm busy.
All right, I'll tell you briefly then. My brother's company is going bankrupt. It's on the brink of collapsing.
What? Bankrupt? What are you talking about?
Ever since he was young, Nathan tried to establish his own company and grow it. He put all his effort into it. However, it didn't go very well, so it became a subsidiary of our mom's company. Even though it helped a little, it was barely surviving. His financial position still didn't improve, so his company is going to be insolvent soon.
Wait, so his company isn't collapsed yet? That's good. It can be revived again, right? I doubt Nathan would just accept that his company is going to end.
No, you're wrong. Nathan chose to end the company. He's not trying to save it anymore.
What's wrong with him? I thought he would be ambitious to turn it back around. Then what happens to him? Is he just going to be unemployed from now on?
Nope, we actually decided to hire him into our company. He'll be employed with a stable income. Unfortunately for you, though, he's not a CEO anymore.
Ugh, why wouldn't he ever tell me anything about this? I would have thought our marriage through if he had just told me first.
He didn't tell you because he's an honest man. He thinks you love him for who he is and not for his status as CEO. He doesn't know that you married him for his money. I don't blame him. I didn't think you were a selfish gold digger at first. You seemed so polite. Just to let you know, there's still unfinished paperwork to settle the insolvency of the company. So he's not going to be hired yet, but rather a bit more into the future. He's going to be unemployed for the time being.
Okay, but your company is a major corporation, right? That means he'll still have a good enough income once he begins to work there, right?
Well, yes, that's how it would go. His salary would obviously be lower than when he was a CEO, but I'm guessing it'll be way above the annual average.
Good to hear. If that's true, then I'm fine with it. I'm glad he's still a rich man. Besides, he's working for his family company. That means he'll eventually become CEO, even if it's years from now, right? I'm very pleased with this. Well, of course, I don't know how long it'll take until he's CEO again, but I don't mind waiting. I don't mind at all. This is all working for me. I'm blessed. Let your mother know that I look forward to continuing our relationship.
What happened to cutting ties with us? I remember you were so determined to do that, and to make me promise we wouldn't go near you.
Oh, did I say that? I mean, it doesn't count because it happened so long ago. Just forget about that, okay? I don't mean it anymore.
Is that so? Well, I should tell you to forget about that dream of you having to marry a CEO. You see, my brother becoming a CEO in the future are slim to none.
Huh? Why? This isn't making sense.
After Nathan failed to run his business a couple of times, he came to the conclusion that he doesn't have what it takes to manage a company. He's already told our mom that he wouldn't be the CEO of her company in the future. You know, just to clear things up for her. She didn't mind at all.
Nathan? I can't believe him. I thought he was more ambitious than that.
Well, everyone has their weaknesses. Nathan wasn't fit to be a CEO. I'm more suited for it. Speaking of which, the next CEO is going to be me.
You? Katie? You're the CEO in line?
Yes, I am. After I graduated from university, I wanted to do more to help my mom with her business. So I moved to New York City to study business. I started entrepreneurial ventures and worked on consulting projects for other businesses. It was nice to have some real work experience. At my current position, I've already utilized my skills in our company and made significant progress. Without a doubt, I'm 100% ready to be the next CEO of our company. I have what it takes.
Oh, I see how things are going to be. Then let's make sure to stay close, okay? We should continue supporting each other, as sister-in-laws.
No, we won't. I can see right through your tactics, Martha. Don't think you'll get a penny out of me. I'm not as gullible as you think. Besides, I won't be seeing you anymore.
Why not, Katie? I might have been a bit insensitive to you, but I promise I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, okay? You don't have to hate me so much for it. We're going to be sister-in-laws for a significant amount of time, aren't we? There's no harm in being friendly with each other.
Our relationship ends here, Martha. This is the last day of us being in contact.
No, you're misunderstanding. What I said about cutting ties with you and your mom was a joke, okay? Why are you so easily offended?
It's not just that. I just got a message from Nathan a bit ago. We won't be meeting anymore for sure. Martha, he's told me he's divorcing you.
What? This is a joke, right? This can't be happening.
Didn't you notice? He's furious about what happened today. He doesn't trust you anymore either. He's already left the wedding venue and gone to the county clerk's office to fetch his divorce papers.
No, you better stop him right now. Convince him to come back to the wedding venue and talk to me.
Why would I? My mom and I wholeheartedly agree with his decision to divorce you. It's what's best for him.
Wait a second. What am I going to do with... Oh, I haven't told anyone this, but last week I went to the shopping mall and I went on a huge shopping spree. I bought a mountain of luxury brand clothes and bags. I figured it would be okay because I'd be married to a CEO really soon, and we would share a bank account as a couple. But now my husband is gone, his money is gone, and I need to pay them off by next month. Oh my gosh, I'm in deep trouble. Please, could you postpone the divorce? Just by a little bit.
I'm so glad that you told me that. Now we can make sure that Nathan will divorce you even quicker. He shouldn't have to pay all of that off for you.
Wait, please, just wait. Don't abandon me, Katie, please, I'm begging you.
I see that you've dug a hole for yourself. That's a bummer. Well, sorry to burn you out even more, but Nathan is charging you with the wedding fees today, including the cancellation fees. So don't forget to prepare a paycheck for that too.
No way. This is a joke, right? You're just saying this to scare me.
No, I'm not. He's serious about it. You should be getting an invoice soon.
Please, Katie, could you tell him that I need to talk to him right now? I just need a word with him. Please, just ask him.
That's not happening. I'm saying this to you one last time. Don't ever get involved with our family again. You tried to live off Nathan's money like a parasite. How do you expect us to call you family?
Katie? Katie, please don't shut me out. What am I supposed to do now?
Hi, Katie. I sent the divorce papers to Martha's house.
Wow, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be good to drag it out.
Good on you. Do you think she'll accept the divorce?
I don't know, but if she doesn't, I'll do whatever it takes to make her sign them. I'm so sorry, Katie. I'm sorry for letting Martha hurt you and Mom. I didn't realize the person she truly was.
No, don't worry about this, Nathan. Because of this, you were able to see her true colors and break up with her. It was all worth it. I'm glad it turned out this way.
I always end up troubling you and Mom, don't I? From here on out, I'm going to work the hardest I can in order to make it up to you two. You've always helped me, especially with the wedding and the bankruptcy.
I think you can do whatever you put your mind to, Nathan. But you need to be better at discerning the good people from the bad. If not, you'll get into some big trouble again. Be more careful, okay?
Okay, Katie, I will. I really need that advice.
What was waiting for Martha was an unbearable tsunami of debt. She still had her credit card loans and the fees for the wedding left unpaid. It was all too much for her to pay off. As a result, Martha went crying to her parents to beg them for money. However, as they already heard of the events that led up to her divorce, they refused to help her. So, Martha was forced to handle her immense debt on her own. As someone who's never worked a day in her life, she was unqualified to work almost everywhere. She had a difficult time looking for a job, and it took her weeks to do so. Even after being hired, her wage was too low. She realized she needed more income to cover her living expenses and pay off her debt simultaneously. So, she decided to become an escort. She worked night and day to please her customers. As of now, she lives in her tiny apartment complex and is still struggling to make ends meet. On the other hand, ever since Nathan began working for our company, we've collected the highest income ever. Nathan wasn't fit for managing a business. He's gone through many hardships in the past. However, the way he works so diligently at his new job has set a great example for his coworkers. He's really changed the atmosphere here. Nathan and I work every day to grow our mom's company. Our dream is to expand it and watch it reach new heights. Now's our time to repay her for all she sacrificed for us.